let's have a conversation.
Thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I'm sure I'll see you at one of these events again
all
soon.
Time. We got Marc with the Mindful Reality podcast, who I've been a guest on, and it was a blast.
Thank you for having me, honestly, and I cannot wait to do it again. We're going to do this again in the future. I just know it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel, Mindful Reality. If you saw the good news that I posted on my community page, I got this page monetized. And it happened much faster than it did on my other page. I guess there's a couple of reasons for that. Because somebody asked me in the comment section, I think Chocolate asked me in the comment section an hour or so ago, how the other channel took so long for me to get monetized and this one did not. Hey, Edward. So before I even start, super chats and super thanks and memberships are all active on this channel. So if you ever want to send a super chat, if you ever want to send a super thanks, or if you ever want to sign up for a channel membership on this channel, they are now available. Thank you very much for providing me the views, the likes, and the comments, and the algorithm boost and all that stuff that I needed to make this happen. Appreciate y'all. I wanted to actually show you guys a few of my first. I want to show you my first Big Brother post. Aside from that short that I always tell you guys about Taylor, I want to show you guys a little bit of my old content so you can just see what it is with the growth and the development. Because I didn't know what I was doing when I started. I still don't know what I'm doing. Please. I'm just doing something and it happens to be going okay. See, here's the first recap episode that I ever did. It was only on, let's see, I think that this said August 27. So I started recapping. The season started like early July last year, and I started recapping Big Brother on August 27. So this was not a thing for me. Mark, I'm back again. I'm doing something a little bit different today. What I'm doing differently is that I'm doing a Big Brother recap. And as I have said in my Xavier video that I made last year, I'm a pretty new Big Brother fan, but I'm really into it. This is the first year that I've really been heavily involved in watching the live feeds and the Twitter feeds and everything. So I just wanted to jump into the action and get into the game. So let's start with Coachella. Everything seems to be going perfectly according to plan for Michael. Michael put the target on Jasmine, and Monty volunteered himself. Sometimes I don't know what these current Big Brother players are doing, but he volunteered himself to go on the block. I guess he said that he was going to go on the block anyways, even if he had not volunteered, which is probably true. So Michael, in terms of appearance, is still good with the leftovers. Brittany wins a power veto, which is amazing timing for her to win, because then Michael doesn't be able to go into different rooms. To said on the live feeds at some point to Brittany that if that wasn't enough to put the house on the block, and I'm going to be really interested when this house comes back together and sees see where it goes from there. All right, guys, if you like this video, comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks for tuning in.
There was no intro, there was no outro. And as a matter of fact, I did not even want to do this live. This is a pre-recorded video because I did not want people to look at my live video and judge me for that. So, and I had a bunch of notes at that time too. So things were a lot different for me back then. Where are we here? Something else that I wanted to, okay, that was that one. There's something else here. Here's another one. Hold on, let me get to this comment. What I love about you is that you always keep us updated about what's going on in the house, and we can't watch the live feeds and allow us to vent about what we feel about the house. I do my best. Thanks, Edward. Thanks, Miss Nappy Kid. So this is another video. This was probably one of my second or third videos. What's been going on that I know. What's going on, everybody? This is just a quick update of what's been going on that I know of in the Big Brother house. So I said that I wondered when the house came back together if there would still be some semblance of the leftovers or if it would be 4 versus 4. And apparently that decision was made by the fact that Turner decided to stay on his new alliance, the After Party. It's clear that he is just trying to damage control and make it look not so obvious to the other side that he's against them 100%. But then here we go. Turner wins HOH. And here's the moment that we were all kind of waiting for. Is he going to be with this new group that he formed, or is he going to be with his old group? And he decides to put Brittany and Taylor on the block with a backdoor option for Michael. All 3 of those are leftover members. So he's clearly trying to knock off the leftovers. Do I know if that's the best strategy for him? I don't know, because obviously Michael's the strongest in the house. But after Michael, there's Brittany and Taylor. They have both won HOHs, but they're not his strongest competition in actual competitions. So when it comes to Kyle and Alyssa, the thing about them is obviously they're a showmance and they're going to vote together. Terrence kind of goes where the wind blows. So I can't really say at this point that Turner's making the best move, but I personally don't really think so. And also I was a little disappointed that he made that big speech about Taylor and anti-bullying or whatever. And then, you know, he kind of said that he used her and she could have gone up at any point. So it seems like that was more for show. But, you know. Yeah, my point isn't to show you this whole thing, but it's just to show you kind of where we rest from. As of now, he's been in agreement with a lot of things that they've been saying, and Turner feels like he has him on board. So we'll see what happens from here. We'll talk later, and I'll definitely have some more updates, some more lives. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for subscribing. People, how you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I just wanted to give a brief recap of what's been going on since yesterday. The main things are, as everybody knows, Turner selected Brittany and Taylor to go on the block. This sent the other side of the house into a tizzy. Michael was like, I'm going to win this power veto, and then I'm going to win the next HOH. And you know what? He went out there. And so for all of you guys, I used to sit right here in this exact spot. And this was not my webcam that I was using. I actually have a 4K camera that I would set up in that exact spot, and I wouldn't move it. And I would sit it right there every morning. I would wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. This is how crazy my grind was. I would write all the notes for the episode the previous night. I'd wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning before anyone woke up. And then I would sit down in that spot, press the record button, and I would just go through everything. I would prepare my notes, and I would go through all my notes, and I wasn't interacting with anybody. But actually, if you look at these numbers that I was doing at this time, this video right here, as you can see, has 1,000 views. So when I talk to you guys about the fact that I've worked much harder for this channel for much less views and not engagement, I think that I still have a pretty good amount of engagement. I won't call it decent. It's less than my other page, but the views part of it, this video here of me just sitting here on the couch had like 1,000 views. So it was a humbling process for me to go from a channel that was established like this, that I was getting anywhere from 1 to 5,000 views just off of me talking about the show. And then I was able to show the live feed stuff, which was getting me 20,000 views. And to go here and then go from that to having 43 subscribers and to 10 views per video, that was a hard thing. I had my first 1,000 view video maybe Sunday of this week. I think I had my first 2,000 view video on this channel sometime mid last week from some little tweaks that I made. But it was humbling to go backward. But the thing about this channel versus the last channel that I have to admit is that I was greatly aided by the fact that I was able to show the live feeds on my channel. That boosted me a lot, numbers wise, algorithm wise. And when I got my copyright warning about showing live streams that my channel would get removed if I kept showing them, I was like, well, great. What am I supposed to do without live feeds? That's the main thing that I've been known for. So I was like, okay, let me just go back to the basics and go back to my recaps, see what happens. The recaps were not getting that many views at the beginning. And it made me want to give up, really. But I kept at it. And then just in the last 2 weeks, as you guys have seen, I found a few little tweaks and things just kind of went from there. All right. What's up, Ashley? What's up, Vicky? Hi, Tasha. Hi, Gail. Hi, Ed. Hi, Julie. And thank you, Julie. Thank you, CRM. Hi, David. The feeds are off and it came back on. They're talking about who shouldn't throw the comp to put it up. Congrats, Mark. I'm also letting this serve as a Q&A. The only thing that I ask, I mean, you don't have to, but if you feel so compelled, you can throw questions in via super chat, and that would be helpful to me. Where are we here? There was something else I was going to do. Oh, to show you guys how quickly this happened. Really, it hasn't felt quickly to me because the day-to-day grind has been really hard. But I'll show you guys this video from 4 weeks ago on this channel, right? That I just happened to find before I hopped on here. Out to y'all. I am not a new podcaster, but this is a new channel. This Mindful Reality channel has only been up for a few months. And when I first created it, I was like, this thing is not getting too much traction. But so I wasn't really dedicating the time that it took to build this up. I would just post everything here and there sporadically. What changed is that I have to shout out Kamisha from Kamisha Reviews. I've been in her mentorship program, and something that she told me was that she had another channel at one point, and she had to do a rebrand to make herself a more recognized face and to make everything easier to find and everything like that. And that she had a channel that was built up to a certain point, and she had to create this new one and kind of start over from there. But the one major thing that I took from that specific conversation was when she said that she had to tap into the same energy that it took her to create the original page. And I really had to think about that. I'm like, why am I not getting this tremendous big following out of this new page? And then I thought about how much I put in to my first page, my music and mental health page. And I said, is the energy and the hunger that I had for building that page in the first place, am I bringing it over to this page, or am I just trying to eat off of yesterday's success and automatically think that everyone is just going to transfer over here? So 100 subscribers might not seem like a lot, but I was sitting on this page, sitting on 8, 10, 12 subscribers, and making these posts and posting up my interviews, and just wondering, am I going to experience any success on this page? You hear me talking now because I reached a turning point in my mind where I'm like, I believe that what I have, people like watching my commentary, people like listening to my interviews, my reviews of everything. Last year has proven that. My audience from last year was not a fluke. I did that. So I'm like, I believe in my ability to actually build up another platform from the ground to retain some of those old. You're going to get all my Big Brother coverage, there are other things that I do in life. 160 something videos on this channel already. All the time I'm dedicating on here is for free, pretty much. Even though, yes, I do have a goal to get paid from it, I'm doing it for free right now. So that shows you that the love and the appreciation for what I'm putting out, that's something that makes me feel happy and gives me some fulfillment and fuels my fire. So thank y'all once again. And we are going to talk later today. That was my celebration of 100 subscribers. Thanks, Melanie. That was actually a video of my celebration of 100 subscribers 1 month ago. I have, I think, 500. I always want to get the most accurate number. I think the last time I looked, it might have been 538, I believe. 539, I gained one. So I have 539. 1 month ago, I had 100 subscribers, and that was after a lot of hustle, a lot of advertising, posting in Facebook, Reddit, posting everywhere on my community page. I hustled and grinded to gain 57 subscribers. And I was already at that point really hardcore posting about this Big Brother stuff for this season. Like this season, I started from day one, unlike last season where I started from probably past the midway point of the season. So I was like, I'm starting from day one. I went to the premiere party. I got an interview with Hannah. I got an interview with Turner. I've done all this stuff way more than what I did last year, but I'm getting way less results. So at that point, I was convincing myself that 100 subscribers was a good thing. But it was hard. It's kind of a thing where I jumped out the gate expecting to repeat the exact same type of success and the exact same volume of success. And then I had to say to myself, this is a new year, a new season, and a new page. So there's a saying that says, yesterday's checks don't pay today's rent. So everything that I showed you back there was yesterday's check. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the algorithm. I don't know if I just jumped in at the right time. I don't know if the right people just happened to find me at the right time. But I didn't experience low views ever, even when I started. It took probably a week for me to be right in there. And I remember like week 2, week 3, I was already seeing 1,000 view videos, 2,000 and 3,000 view videos. And now I am getting excited about getting a consistent, let's say I get at least 200 views per video. That's exciting to me here for this page. So I'm here to earn it again. I've been earning it again, and I'm finally seeing that paying dividends. And I told a lot of you who were here at the beginning that this could be my last season covering Big Brother. And everyone was like, no, I hope you don't stop. You know, I love watching your page for that. And I said, it really depends on the level of success that I experience when I do it. But I am going to fully commit to it and see what happens. The potential was always there. Just had to find the motivation to promote it the best way. And I'm still working on that, to be honest with you. I'm not going to discredit the work that I've put in over the last month and how much that has improved my engagement numbers and improved my view numbers and everything like that. But there is a long way to go. There's still a long way to go. Just dropping in. Congrats. Appreciate you. Don't stop. Thank you forever, Tulsa girl. Appreciate you. Super chats are open. Super likes, super thanks, all that good stuff is now available. And shout out to the YouTube partnership program because I applied 3 times last year before I got it. It's been a long day. I'm back home, as you can see. And it was a long trip and it was delayed and it was a rocky flight, all that stuff. But yeah, there was a point that I did not think I was going to be able to do it. And I said, you know what? I already have an established page. So maybe I should just forget about this page altogether and just slide back over to my music and mental health page where it's already established. There's already 2,000 people in there. Let's just get it with what I already have. But I was like, you know what? My dad wasn't a quitter. I'm not going to be a quitter. I'm going to see this through to the end. And if it had not succeeded, and I know that a lot of people who motivational speakers and everything are like, don't consider failure an option. I wouldn't have considered it failure, but I would have taken an honest look. And if I had dedicated all these hours towards putting out this content and wasn't even able to get the page monetized, there's no chance that I would keep doing this. Not because I don't love it, but because I think your time matters. I think if you're spending several hours towards anything, it has to be something that is giving you something back. And yes, it is giving me something back, whether it's money or not. You know, it gives me back that I get to chat with all of you. It gives me back that I get to share my favorite hobby with hundreds and sometimes thousands of others from all different parts of the world. We have conversations and discussions that otherwise would not have been had. And I'm hoping you had Survivor 45. I spoke about Survivor 45 earlier. I covered all of Survivor 44 and some of Survivor 43. The issue this year is the fact that they're all log jammed together at the same time. So the challenge is still on. I had to basically get rid of that. Survivor is going to be an hour and a half now, and it's going to be on during Big Brother. Not overlapping, but I just mean it would be an extra thing for me to watch and recap. I might watch it, but I cannot say that I will consistently be recapping that until when the Big Brother season ends, which might be halfway through the Survivor season or so. But the cool thing is, once Big Brother ends, I'm not going to stop with my coverage. I'm still going to be doing my coverage of other things. And actually, like Big Brother, as much as I like Big Brother, it pigeonholes me. Big Brother does not allow me to do other things because it's so time consuming and it's such a big commitment that all the time that I spend giving you guys all these updates, watching all these feeds, watching 3 episodes a week does not really allow for me to spend time. I watch other shows. It's not that I only watch Big Brother, but the coverage part of it, it's hard to do other things. Would love to see you interview Izzy. Izzy would be an interesting interview. I've told you guys this before. This is just out of transparency, but it's hard for Black podcasters to break into interviewing these people because CBS has to approve everything. And I've had multiple people tell me that CBS looked over my page and decided that they were not going to give me an interview. So it is what it is. I keep trying. That's the one thing that I would say I'm still discouraged about in terms of me getting on here talking. I can do that all day, every day. In terms of reaching out CBS cast, I haven't reached out to somebody for an interview in a long time. I think the last person that I reached out to, I've mentioned it on here before. I'm not going to say it again. But if you subscribe to my members page, my members only page, I'm definitely going to share more of that stuff in there. But at least on my general page, I'm not going to mention that. But I reached out to a couple of people so far from the Big Brother cast. One from this season and one from last season. And they both said they would do an interview. But CBS had to approve, and I don't think CBS approved, so it is what it is. So if anybody wants to ask me questions, I'm also going to do a Q&A. Oh, so maybe I'll try to reach out there via Twitter. I feel like Izzy might be an easier person to get an interview with than others. We'll try. I think I secured somebody's interview through Twitter before. No, I did not. I tried. I've had people respond to me on Twitter, but the only times that I've had people secure interviews with me were during either DMing them or when I met them at events. I don't think I have ever actually secured an interview through Twitter, but then I think that I underutilized Twitter. And I think that my page is a little bit more credible now than it was last year, because last year it was just me talking. Now I actually can say, hey, I interviewed Alyssa Lopez. I interviewed Hannah. I interviewed Wes Bergman. I got John Brennan, Ayana Mackins. I have Chaz, Sam, and Shuby from The Circle. I believe that's it. I have that psychologist, Carrie Moore. That was the summer house. That was the psychologist on the TV show Summer House on Bravo. So I have a little resume that I built up. Took me a long time, but definitely got that done. So now when I reach out to people, it gives me a little bit more to work with when I do that. So I'm thankful to that. I'm thankful to all of those people, even though there's only 2 of them. Maybe, I'll say 2.5. Because I have 3 with contact info. 2 of them will respond whenever I send them something or call them or whatever, but one of them doesn't. But hey, that's the way that it goes. It's not like I'm a consistent part of their circle or anything, and they did not have to give me their contact info. I'm somebody who doesn't expect a thing from this world. That's why I say thank you so often. My dad was like that. Like if somebody opened a door for him, he'd be like, thank you so much. If he dropped $1 on the ground and somebody passed it back, he'd be like, thank you, sir, ma'am. You are an honest person. And they would be like, you're so nice. You know, I tend to be somewhat that same way too, where I'm like, yes, I have this channel. Yes, I pop on here and a bunch of people come on and listen to me talk about my big brother takes, but nobody has to watch my channel. Nobody has to give me comments. Nobody has to give me feedback. Nobody has to show up, but they do. They do over and over again, and I'm thankful every time because it's a choice every single time. Just like it's a choice for me to hop on here and talk to y'all and make sure that I provide consistent content for y'all. It's y'all choice to actually come on here and listen to me, because if I have no audience, I have no monetization. The audience gave me the monetization. So I don't like those channels that act like, well, I didn't need y'all. Like I'm just that good that I don't really need the people. Like the people are really it. You have more inroads to the show participants than I thought. Thank you so much, Ashley, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. My first super sticker. I honestly wouldn't say that I have a lot of inroads to the participants. What I will say is a lot of the participants know me. If I show up at an event, they know who I am. If they see me on a comment on Twitter or Instagram, excuse me, if they see me on an Instagram or Twitter comment, they are aware of who I am. This is what I'm going to say about that. And it's no disrespect to any of them or anything like that. I know they have busy lives, and I know they have a lot of fans and people that they're in contact with all the time. And I used to think that there was some kind of network that you get into the network and you're just kind of plugged in, because I know people who, when a season of a show starts, they're getting 10 interviews from the cast. They're getting 15 interviews from cast members. And I'm like, how is it that these people get these interviews? And I asked around, and people gave me generic tips, and it wasn't working for me. And I remember 6 months of just DMing them, commenting, DMing, all this stuff, and nobody was giving me the time of day. So now I would say that it's a little bit about them knowing me a little bit. It's a little bit about that, but I would say it's more about my resume. And then I also think that I used to feel they're getting something, I'm getting something from them, and they're not getting something from me. Now I think it's a little bit mutual. Obviously, somebody who's been on a show and let's say their Instagram has 200,000 subscribers or whatever. Speaking of which, I think I got to make a thank you post for that, for them. But anyways, Yeah, let's say that I have 200,000 subscribers. I have my 900 and something subscribers on Instagram. It benefits me in that way that they have so many more subscribers than me. But what I've learned, to be frank with y'all about it, is that it means nothing unless they repost you, unless they tell people that they need to follow you. For an example, I hopped on Sam's TikTok the other day. I think it was Saturday. I think it was Sunday, Saturday or Sunday. It showed Sam is going live on TikTok. So I hopped on there. All I said was like, "Hey Sam, how's it going?" Whatever. And she was like, "Oh, Marc." She said, "Marc did a really dope interview with me. It was fire. Marc, write Sam interview in the chat, and everyone go follow Marc and check out that interview." And just from her saying that, I think about 50 people followed me on TikTok. And I think about 40 to 50 people more watched that Sam interview on YouTube that day. If they just do the interview with you and you tag them and they don't repost it or say anything about it, it's all on you. And a lot of times it's hard if you're unknown, because it's not just a matter of doing the interview and doing a good interview, it's getting it out there and advertising it. No, I don't get invited to the events. What happened is they post their flyers, and I follow a lot of them now on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see that they post a flyer of when the event is happening, and I just pay for my ticket and I show up. I know that a lot of people have thought that I get some kind of pass or something, or somebody asks me to come, but that's never happened yet. I mean, some of them are happy to see me when I was there. I did mention that when I went to the Big Brother premiere party, Ozza greeted me right away. Hannah greeted me right away. Taylor didn't greet me, but when she saw me, she was like, "Oh yeah, I would never forget your face." What was the solution to what? Oh, the solution to getting connected with the network. This is what I'm trying to say to you. I think that there are some people that are plugged into this net, and maybe one day I will get plugged into this network too, but I'm currently not plugged into this network because I haven't asked somebody for an interview since, I think Shubham was the last person that I asked for an interview, because I started to get a little discouraged about all the people that I've asked who have either not responded, or they told me, "Oh yeah, sure, I'd love to do that," and then they just either didn't show up when the time came, or made an excuse that they couldn't do it, and then just never circled back to me. So it's a little hard. I'm trying to find my vocal. Oh, you sing? I can't find my lowest note. Why is this not working? All right. That's the way to get followers, through shout outs from known people. Yeah. So that's the thing that I'm starting to learn, is that I would just post one clip of the video on Instagram or something. Most of these people have Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever they use, multiple different platforms. And learned Sam is probably the only person giving me game in that regard, to where you don't just post it on Instagram and call it a day and be like, "Here, check out this interview." You post it once on Instagram. You've got to post it multiple times on Instagram. You got to tag them every time, even if they don't share it. They're in the video, so you got to take advantage of that. Like, "Hey, I'm connected with Hannah. I'm connected with Turner. I'm connected with whoever." You got to put it on their TikTok. You got to put it on whatever platform that they have. I'm sorry, I keep yawning. You got to put it on whatever platform that they have and go from there. I'm an aspiring singer. I'm bad at singing, but I want to get into it. I always say I'm an instrumentalist. I play multiple instruments. But if there's anything that I wish that I could do that I did not get the gift or talent for, it's singing. I do sing with my ukulele. I have done public performances with my ukulele and I strum and I sing, but that doesn't mean that I consider myself a singer. It just means it's something that I wish that I could do. It's something I wish I could do well. I wish I was some kind of amazing singer. I would pick that over any of my instruments, my own vocal cords. Yeah, so if any of you want to get into this Q&A, you can. Ma, you're here. You were the one who suggested it. You need to get to fill in this comment section up. Even though I am going to do another one when my birthday chat comes up. But anyone who wants to ask me questions now, I would love to answer them. As I know that a lot of people are new to this channel, so probably a lot of things that you don't know. Ew, I did not need to know that. Ew. The feeds were off for like an hour before I got on here. Let me see. Ugh. I'm getting so sick of that. Who's this talking again? Matt and Jag. No surprise there. One of the worst showmances of all time. And the thing is, they don't show any of Pooh. They don't show any of Boo, but they show so much of Corey in America. It's disgusting. All right, so I guess I got another maybe 10 minutes for this. I know that I can fill 10 minutes. I guess I'll fill it with a couple of motivational words since there's no questions. If you make a decision to start doing something, remember that it's a long-term commitment. It's not something that you are going to obtain overnight. If you start doing it, don't think about the end right away. Think about short-term, small, I guess you could say SMART goals, as a lot of people like to use that acronym. Make sure that you have short-term goals that you celebrate along the way, as you've been seeing me do. Instead of saying, oh, I need to have 1,000 in a month, I started to say, let me look at what's happening. Okay, last week I had 43, and this week I have 57. I gained 14. So now let me set my goal for 20 for next week. So my goal is now to go from 57 to 77. Okay, I reached 80. So I gained another 20 something. So I'm like, okay, next week I want to do 30. I want to make it to 87. That week I make it to like 82. It doesn't mean that I failed. I fell a little bit short of the goal that I had set out, but I'm still further along than I would have been if I had not set that goal. So temper your expectations a little bit. As Wes told me, expectations management. Don't act like you're going to conquer the whole mountain in one day. It's going to have peaks and valleys. It's going to have times where you question yourself. It's going to have times where you doubt yourself. There's going to be times when you think what I'm doing is not worth it and I can't succeed at this. So what's the point in continuing? There's going to be times like that. Recognize that those times don't make you a failure. They make you human. Push through and keep pushing through, because it's going to happen more than once. Because just like if you were doing fitness, you reach plateaus. When you start off doing something, even something like this, you could reach a moment where you're like, I am on fire. This has happened to me on this page, on the other page, not so much on this one yet, but it's going to happen. Where I was like, I am on fire. Everything that I put out turns to gold. 2,000 views, 3,000, 5, 10, 20, 30. And I felt like, oh, I'm the man. I have more than 1 million views on this channel. And it's just going to keep going up. And my subscriber count is going to keep going up and this and that. And then it came to a halt. And all of a sudden, a channel that used to have at least 200 to 300 people a night viewing my lives suddenly went from 200 to 300 to 4 to 5 people. And I'm like, oh, maybe I just didn't catch the algorithm at the right time. Maybe I got to look at the stats and see the peak times and see if I just need to post at a peak time and if they're going to come back. The truth is, YouTube stopped pushing me out. So for me, the goal is not to have to depend on YouTube. And I think I'm kind of there now, to where if all of a sudden this spike that I have received in the last 2 weeks stops occurring, I've gained enough dedicated followers that I can retain several of them. Because it's not YouTube that gives me the voice. It's not YouTube that gives me the creativity. It's not YouTube that gives me my personality. YouTube didn't do any of that. They're just the platform. They are just the platform. And if it wasn't YouTube, it would be Twitch. If it wasn't Twitch, it would be TikTok. If it wasn't TikTok, it would be Patreon. There's a plethora of options. This one might be the most popular one. But my point is, I recognize that it's me that's driving these numbers to go up, not the system. And the other people that I will credit, obviously, is the subscribers. And I appreciate all of you. That's my word for the day. I'm probably going to slide on the feeds for a little bit and most likely go to bed. Oh, let me double check this Big Brother schedule. I want to say that this week there is no power veto. This week is, oh no, that's next week, I think. Let's see. Thursday, September 21 is double eviction. Yeah, we already know the upcoming Thursday is double eviction. No veto on 9/25. Wait, why would, oh, the week of 9/25. So that would be, what day is 9/25? 9/25 is next Monday. So next week, the veto moves to Tuesdays. However, Tuesday is not going to, next Tuesday is not going to have a power veto show. This week, it's still on Wednesdays, as far as I know. 10/3, I was trying to have a Big Brother party. I was trying to have a Big Brother live feed party. A lot of y'all, oh, I need your help with something. I'm not going to go just yet. I need your help with something before I go. I was trying to have a Big Brother party. I booked out a venue. I paid half the price for the venue. And a lot of you said you would come if you were in New York, but it's not worth it for me to actually book out a venue. Even if I was doing something virtual for y'all, it would not make sense for me to book out a venue and pay venue costs, because I wouldn't be able to justify charging you guys any kind of ticket rate that would be the same as somebody trying to come into the building to cover my costs. So I canceled the venue, unfortunately and sadly, because I really wanted to throw this Big Brother watch party. Now, what I want to ask y'all, would you guys be interested in joining a virtual Big Brother watch party on the 3rd of October? It wouldn't be a large fee, but it would be some fee, because it would just be something for my birthday and kind of fun, and also like a little bit of a fundraiser for my birthday. Would anybody be interested in that? Let me know. And if you don't want to let me know now, you can drop something in the comments, or you can shoot me an email. And that's what I want to know from y'all. You're welcome. I know that's right. Know your worth. Congrats. Appreciate it. Bright Blue. Matt and Jared are having conversations on the feed. That's interesting. Matt and Jared were talking. The feeds cut. Zoom will be better. I'll be in rehab all of October, but I'll try to attend. I'm in thoughts like maybe it doesn't have to specifically be a Big Brother watch party, and maybe I could do something on my birthday. But the only reason why I don't want to do it on my birthday is I tend to want to leave my birthday open, because I don't know what might pop up. I don't actively have plans for my birthday, but you never know. Sometimes people present you things at the last minute. So I kind of don't like doing things on my birthday online, because I don't know if I can commit to that. I do come back from fall break on that day, so I'd have to check my schedule. So forget about my birthday. Would you guys attend a Big Brother party that I throw? That's what I want to know. Because Aza does them, certain people do them. Would you guys attend physically if I threw a Big Brother party somewhere? And if so, where would you travel for one? Because obviously you guys are in such a wide range of locations. What is a location that you would travel to for a Big Brother watch party that I would throw? What day of the week are you celebrating your birthday? I don't know. The thing is, it's a Monday this week, so it's kind of a weird time. Some people are like superstitious and don't believe in celebrating their birthday before it comes. Otherwise, typically I would do it that weekend prior. And I know that a lot of people are not available, or they wouldn't make themselves available on a Monday. So my birthday is 10/2, not 10/3. So a lot of people wouldn't make themselves available on a Monday. So I don't even ask. So it could be the weekend before, or it could be the weekend after, but I haven't decided yet. I'm in California. Yeah, my birthday is actually 10/2 all. 10/3 was only picked because that's the day that the show was airing. Yeah, it's a Monday. I guess I'll have to ask again. I'll ask again when I'm doing one of my Big Brother posts. Probably maybe in the AM tomorrow or the evening tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah, most people are not available for Mondays. Unless it was somebody who was located in New York. I know some people would come if they were here in New York, but a lot of y'all are not in New York, so that takes care of that. I have classes almost all day tomorrow. I actually had thought about reaching out to someone like Enzo or one of these Big Brother people that I had met that live in the area and seeing if they would co-host with me, because I'm sure that would draw a little bit more people. But I don't know if Enzo specifically would be the one that would be the big draw. And the ones that would be the bigger draw, they would probably require a bigger amount for them to show up. I'm in New York with the way my job is set up. They're arguing on the feeds. Let's see. They're not arguing on the feeds. I'm seeing Jared, Blue, and Matt in the room. I don't know what you're looking at. I have the feeds on in the background. Oh, I guess I'd have to go back. Let me see. Oh, now I see them. Ooh. It looks like it was a short argument, though. But I'm going to check this out for sure. Oh, so it's getting hot. It's getting hot. October is my month. October is my birthday month. It's my best favorite time of year. And I said that I wanted to get this monetization before then. It is September 18 and I already did it. Look at that. I'm really happy about that. All right. So thank you all so much. I'm about to hop off and check these feeds and see what's going on. And I appreciate everybody who made this happen. And I'm not stopping with 500. Moving on up. Have a wonderful, terrific night.